WiseImage provides a range of tools for enhancing the quality of raster images. When removing speckles from raster images of poor quality, the speckles can be transferred onto a separate layer. The size of speckle particles to be affected can be measured on screen. If any significant information on the image has been transferred onto the speckle layer, you can easily select it and return it to its original layer. You can delete the speckle layer or turn off its visibility. You can deskew an image in two ways: with auto detection of a skew angle, or by specifying a line for alignment on the screen. Using binarization, you can create a monochrome image from a color raster image. Using the eyedropper tool, specify a number of points on a color that needs separating onto its own monochrome layer. We now have the rivers on a separate monochrome layer. Repeat the operation to create a monochrome layer for contours. Through the binarization of a color map, we have created a number of monochrome layers which contain separate information. You can eliminate linear and non-linear distortions in a raster image using calibration. Specify the known coordinates of grid nodes. Define the grid by entering the coordinates of the bottom left corner, the cell size and number of cells. Select the position of appropriate grid nodes on the distorted raster image. Choose an optimal transformation method. Estimate the error of the chosen method before running calibration, and calibrate the image. In this example, we need to edit a scanned raster image to change the detail of the cutting edge. First, let's convert the raster curve into a vector polyline by tracing and erasing the original raster. WiseImage has special tools for editing a polyline. Select the previous cutting edge and then delete it. Apply the mirror command to mirror the polyline. Now apply the rotate command to create a circle array. You can rasterize the resulting vector objects. WiseImage allows you to create various types of vector objects: lines, arcs, circles, rectangles, texts and multi-line texts, points and polylines. You can create different types of hatches, including semi-transparent, cross hatches, solid and more. Having turned on the raster drawing mode, you can now create raster objects using vector drawing tools. When creating new objects, you can snap to the character points of raster objects. You can edit raster texts using a special tool. Outline the text you want to change and enter the new value into the appropriate field of the inspector. You can create and edit various dimension objects such as linear, and angular. You can create and use blocks. To insert a block, select it from the list and specify the insertion parameters in the inspector or on the screen. You can create user-defined markers. All you need to do is to draw an arbitrary shape marker and then save it in the special dialog. The created marker can be used immediately. It's also easy to create shapes for filling areas. First draw an arbitrary object and then save it in the special dialog. To fill an area with this shape, just select the closed vector object and assign the property Fill Shape to this object. WiseImage provides various tools for editing vector objects. Operations such as trim, expand and crop are available. You can correct vectors to intersection. You can create fillet specifying the fillet radius, create chamfer specifying the distance from the corner, you can duplicate selected vector objects along a specified line, arc or circle, defining a number of objects to duplicate. You can align the skew lines and the distances between them. The rubber bands indicate the position of the objects once the command is executed. Click when you find the right position.